Alright, lost the Dyro for the first match. Let's go. Keepable hand, although not a great one. We're playing against an opposing Lurrus deck. Blue Instance, Real 3 Flashback Blue. No, I'm not a big fan of that card. I feel like that card is going to have some very, very narrow applications, if any applications at all. I'm not really a believer that that's a good modern card. But I do think it could have some narrow applications. But it's not going to be something that I'm going to be looking to build around. It's going to be something that I maybe like end up playing in a deck, you know? Zom, 13 months. Piano, 9 months. Yes, the all-time record of trophies in one season was set last season by Prince with 72. Which is, you know, I was definitely aware that that's what we were going up against with this race here. I'm not gonna shock here. We've got plenty of fetch and shock lands, and we don't have a shadow in our hand. Not a great start, huh? Keep the 4-lander, draw 2 lands. Yeah, I like how the rivalry's been very friendly. I like Prince a lot. Like, I'm actually like really hopeful that Prince continues streaming after the end of the trophy race, because I think he's a really good streamer, and you know, I'd like to see it make it on the platform. So I've definitely really enjoyed the rivalry so far. Yeah. The person who's currently in the lead, Y Principe, was the one who set the all-time trophy record last season, which is, you know, that's just what we're up against. We don't want iteration. No, you want to save iteration until at least turn 3, because if like when we're so flooded here, we need to like hit 2 spells off of this, and we're like pretty likely to be able to do that next turn because we have so many 1-mana spells in our deck. We're like really unlikely to be able to do it. Really unlikely to be able to double spell if we iteration this turn. We have to hit Bauble. You should take a look at lists for $10, Zer, or for 2 gifted subs or channel points. But we're gonna try to make Phoenix a playable deck again. With some of the new cards. I'm not very hopeful, though. I'll tell you that. Another land, dude. What is the start? Oh, man. 4-lander, draw 3 lands. 18-land deck. This has just been happening so much with this deck. I've just been drawing, like, I feel like, really weird ratios of lands and spells. It is what it is. That's just Magic the Gathering. But it's been happening a lot lately. Like, especially Friday, that last match for 5-0. It was just like 11 lands into lose that game, win game 2, into draw 1 land, and if we had drawn the second in like the first 5 turns, we'd have a trophy. It is what it is. Yeah, Tunneling got 29 trophies on Eldrazi-tron, definitely really good, for sure. They're always like really, really high in the race. But Kroxa is like the best card in this matchup. If my opponent doesn't have Kaya's Guile, we're doing pretty good. Do you like the blue-white looting card for Esper Reanimator? Yeah, I really like that card for Esper Reanimator. I like it also. I think that Dredge is going to play it. I also think that it is like a generally good enabler for some other things that I kind of... I've got like 1 or 2 other ideas that are like a little more spicy, and I haven't necessarily talked about them yet. Because I, you know, make content and want to keep things kind of fresh. They did have the Kaya's Guile, but we were very lucky to draw the Inquisition, so things are definitely swinging back in our favor. I think I'm just going to play a basic land here, because I might want to use these to damage myself. Yeah, Kroxa is definitely like just the card in this matchup. Purposeful reference to the movie? Yes. Hopefully, Marvel does not claim the whole stream for the endgame reference. Or I guess it would be Infinity War reference. Thank you, Alex. Anybody defeating Prince gets a thank you from me. But I mostly do think that the Faithful Mending, I think that card is the card that Esper Reanimator needed to be a deck. Alright, so they kick Turok, I discard 2 lands. Then I get to escape Lurrus, or sorry, Kroxa. Wouldn't mind drawing a 1-mana removal spell or creature. I guess I can't complain about an Expressive Iteration either. I will escape Kroxa. I'm going to make sure to keep Delirium, though, so that we have creature, sorcery, instant. Then we just leave a land. I guess I can hold the Steam Vents in case my opponent plays a Kroxa. But I think I'll play it out just because I have Lurrus, I have Iteration, I've got a lot of mana sinks. It's not going to play around Kroxa. What are going to be the main threats in Esper Reanimator? It's going to be Archon of Cruelty, I think. And like maybe you main deck a 5th reanimation spell, like Sarah's Emissary, or potentially you main deck something else. But Archon of Cruelty is the premier reanimator threat in Modern. It's like nothing else is really like close even. You could have some like weird metagame environments where something else becomes a viable reanimation choice, but I don't necessarily foresee that being the case. When I hit 41, I didn't hit 41. You've misread the leaderboard. That's Prince with 41 and me still with 38. Unless Prince is like in chat and you're responding to him. Am I not in the challenge specifically to catch up trophies? Yes, that's the case. If I do not spend as much time as I possibly can in these 3 days, I'm going to lose the bet. This bet's been going on for months. I am not going to... It's also the challenge on Sunday starts like 7 a.m. my time, but or 6 a.m. maybe. Oh, they drew Fatal Push? So let's hold the Drown so we can counter the Lurrus. I'm still pretty ahead here. They're drawing Sacred Foundry, good. I think I'll probably block Turok. Maybe not. But yeah, if I do not spend as much time as I possibly can in the next 3 days on this race, I lose. End of story, really. Would your Lurrus brought back deck be decent in this matchup? I haven't liked that deck very much lately, although I have seen some people working on similar decks and like, you know, trophying sometimes with them. So maybe there's something there, but I haven't been like a big fan of that deck in the metagame. TZ, thank you for the 3 months. Okay, so just gonna take the hit here. I'm pretty sure we escape Kroxa hold up Unholy Heat. Planning on dropping a league. Yes, we are X1 dropping. We are in the end game. This is the very end of a mini month-long bet. We are doing as much as we can to win. Oh, I guess I don't have Delirium. If I don't heat, I'll lose the Delirium, so I have to heat now. We can keep the bolts. Keep Delirium. Very easy if you have Kroxa. If you have a total of 10 cards, including Kroxa in the yard, you keep Delirium when you escape. Okay, so let's go instant, artifact, sorcery, creature in the yard still. Be jamming your budget updrive stuff. Let's have a blast. Awesome. I'm really happy to hear it because I really love when people can get into Modern because it is such a good format, but it's also like a pretty inaccessible one. Okay, they drew Prismatic Ending, but they're dead to the Lightning Bolt or the Ragavan on top. You know, I guess we haven't shown them both this game, but I don't think that bolting them is going to be really giving away too much info. This has been really weird lately. Oh, well, we've got one, like, hate raid bot, which needs to get banned if we have any mods in chat. But it's been weird. We've been getting, like, a lot of followers all at the same time. And I assume because, like, 2 of these are, like, the Haas. Like, anything with Haas is usually, like, the hate raid thing, right? I'm like, do I just assume all of these are bots? I'm not sure. Yeah, what is a hate rate bot and a Haas? So there's been a lot of like bots spamming like hate comments and chats. You know, not usually people like me. It's usually you know, minorities, LGBTQ members, women. Really, really shitty stuff. But if it just like the Haas, and then like a bunch of numbers, that's who it is. So if we have any mods that can maybe like ban at least the Haas accounts, and then maybe take a look at the other ones. I know we're pretty early into the stream, but let's just move on. But it's been happening a bunch lately. I've just been getting like 5 followers all in the same moment, but not all the accounts look sketchy. So this is how I've been sideboarding. I think against I'm kind of a little bit scared of Kaya's guy. Also, I think I'll play the second Flusterstorm. Isn't Grixis Shadow the panic deck? Yep, we're panicking. Smiles, thank you for the 8 months. Appreciate you. Race ends on the 15th, but really it's so like we have today, tomorrow, Tuesday, because the 15th it ends early morning. I'll stream we'll see what the race looks like on Wednesday, but I will do as much as I possibly can. Hey, Kodal. Alright, you good, Nimble. Just keep an eye on it if you can. Yeah, I'll try to do like a 24-hour stream. Honestly, I don't know that I have the endurance for it though, because it's if you keep like the context of everything that's been happening. Oh, they rolled real low, the 5 on the play. Geez, if you keep the context of everything that's been happening, I've been working harder these last 3 months than I ever have on anything in my entire life. That's not an exaggeration. I've been kind of burning the candle on both ends for a long time, and I will give everything I have to win this race, but to be completely honest, I don't have that much left. So I'm really running on fumes here. What's the stakes of the bet? The stakes of the bet is I have to get 400 subs to chat if I'm not the winner. Okay, we have Steam Bits and Tops. Let me go and draw that. And but mostly the stakes are losing. I don't want to lose. But the subs it will end up translating to be, it'll cost me 2,000, but I'll get like half of that back from Twitch, and so it's like a $1,000 bet. Whoosh, 8 months, appreciate ya, and a deck tech for a lol bro lol. From a pure quantitative standpoint, wouldn't Burnatron be the best to play? No, it's not. Like people have that attitude that that's the best way to do this bet is play Burnatron. I just don't agree. It's like, I think I'm gonna caster. I have 2 Ragavans, so I think I'll cast and bolt. It's like, this is how I've gotten here, is like by building like really good competitive decks that are good in the metagame, like this one, and like play them masterfully, learn the decks. Yeah, this is how I've gotten here. Like if it was just, if the easiest thing to get trophies was to grind Burnatron, it like like it wouldn't just be me and Prince in the race. Other people would be able to also be here, right? People I think have that attitude, but I just don't think that that's the reality. Let me just hold up the counter magic here. Okay, so this is the deck tech. This looks like an updated Eldrazi deck with Urza Saga. So this is also something I found. It's like Shadow Spear is a good tutor target. You don't have like another good one really. And I think that you really want 3 Urza Saga targets, because when your Urza Saga doesn't tutor anything, it's like pretty underpowered. I also think Saga is kind of underpowered in this deck anyways, because you have 0 other artifacts in the deck. So the only thing powering up your tokens are the other tokens and your 2 tutor targets, which is not a very powerful thing. Like your Sagas are gonna be big mana sinks without like big payoffs. So I did try to take a look at this and try to figure out how to build a deck with Saga, and I just didn't think it ended up working. That being said, you could not cut Reality Smasher. You need to be cutting the Stringergeist if you're adding more colorless lands. I mean, Stringergeist has been great in the deck, but if you're gonna add the more colorless lands, you need to cut Stringergeist, and you need to play Force Smasher. That card's like the best card in the deck. And then you probably would need to cut the Rancors and find, and you need to find like another playable artifact, but I'm not sure that it actually exists. Okay, I'm gonna Iteration, hope to find a land here. We did find a land, so let's go. I guess Iteration hand, bottom, exile. I think those are my main thoughts. Bean, 2 months, appreciate you. Why did I cut the 4th dress down from the side? I really, really wanted the 3rd explosives and the 3rd terminate, and I do think that the 4th dress down is valuable, but I've been really, really happy with those 2 sideboard cards, and I don't think there's room for also the 4th dress down. Thank you, Esther. Smiles redeem confidence boost. Yeah, I really don't think Eldrazi is a good Saga deck. 3 Terminate because of Tron and Murktide. Not because of Tron, but because of Murktide. Just because of Murktide. Alright, GG. 1-0 on the day. Thoughts on Collector, first Force of Vigor, sideboard option for green. Force of Vigor is really good against Hammer Time. Oof is like medium against Hammer Time. And so, but Oof is good against Mono Green Tron. So, like in the Mono Green Eldrazi, I have both, where Oof is more of a sideboard card for Mono Green Tron, although it does come in against Hammer Time, and Force of Vigor is a sideboard card for Hammer Time, not really Tron so much. Okay, so we're on to play. My opponent's revealed Yorion the Sky Nomad. I think against the Yorion the Sky Nomad, I'm going to keep this hand on the play. I think we're pretty likely to connect with Ragavan and then try to iteration into land number 2 if we miss on the draw step. We hit the land. So keep the Thoughtseize, and then we get to go Mountain, Bauble. I guess I'll keep that. I mean, I really want a blue source, but I don't think I can afford to put away like a land that lets me go double discard spell next turn. My opponent has revealed Cryptic Command on the top of their library. They play Wall of Omens, which does get in the way of my monkey. So I guess I'm just looking for a blue source here. All right, that is a blue source. I do not care about this Cryptic Command. Would I play over the 3rd E in the side? I wouldn't play. Oh, sorry. I always get that question. I'm like, well, I wouldn't play anything over the 3rd E. But if assuming you don't have the 3rd explosives, which is what you're actually asking, right? I would play the 4th dress down. Okay, graveyard that for Delirium, although it's probably pretty good in this matchup. I've already played my land, so I guess we're getting no card advantage here. Do you like the new card Turn the Earth as a sideboard card? Which card is that? I don't know most of the cards by name, so if you're gonna ask me about a new card, it's like always helpful to oh, bummer. It's always helpful to just like refresh me as to what the card does. Destroy target artifact, creature, or enchantment. That card is not modern playable. It's 4 mana. 4 mana 1-for-1s, I think, have never been modern playable. I can't think of any 4 mana 1-for-1 that's modern playable. That's not the right card. I see. Might happen for the next set. I am. I'm really excited to just like get to dive into the next set with like no bet going on. I can just do me. I'm gonna put Lurrus in my hand here. I don't think like they have the Cryptic command up, but they're not going to be able to protect anything they do with the Cryptic. What's been my favorite brew so far? Why is it Gen Sacrifice? That one's been my favorite brew in the last few weeks. We've had some cool ones. General Rockrick deck comes to mind. Oh, I can't counter that. Okay, now it's super obvious I have Drown, I guess. Is Crumble to Dust. The Exiles all remaining copies of 1-for-1. Yeah, I think I would call it a 1-for-1. So that is an example of a 4 mana 1-for-1. Let's see modern play. Good job solving the puzzle. Okay, so turn to earth, instant green. I don't know. That card seems like it is fringe playable, I'd say. Yeah, I would probably card that card like fringe playable. I don't like necessarily see it seeing a much play in Modern, but I could see it seeing some play for sure. All right, so I guess we go Thoughtseize, Lurrus, Hold Up Drown, Thoughtseize, Lurrus, Hold Up Drown. Should we had enough black? Supreme Verdict. Well, I guess we take that, since we could just drown the Yorion. And then they're drawing Temple Garden. So we got perfect info here. Can I comment on how come you and Prince are their first on the ladder, and yet both of you don't want to play Blue Red or Hammer Time? Well, I've been saying this a little bit. Like, the general perception of how to be at the top of the leaderboard is grind Blue Red or Hammer Time or Tron, and, you know, be at the top. I mean, although Prince like has gotten most of the trophies with Tron, Prince is also a really good player at that deck. But if that's how you became the trophy leader, then it would not only be me and Prince at the top of the race, you know? It's like the general player base thinks that's the way to do it, because the general player base is like usually going to think in one way, and that the way that they think is like the average way of thinking. I don't know how to put it exactly, but like to be at the top of the race, you need to like be on top. You need to be like kind of on top of it. You know what I mean? You need to be, you know, counteracting the metagame, in my opinion. At least that's been my approach. Right? Like, if that was the way to be at the top of the board, it would not just be me and Prince in the race. And I say this, of course, as I say everything, with complete humility. Any chance to see some Eldrazi? Maybe. I feel like that deck is good, but it's just not my best decks that I'm playing with. This is the best deck, I think. If I play some red black, which is obviously very similar. I might play some blue red. I do play some blue red on the channel, but this is likely gonna be the deck I'm playing the most of today. If I was writing my autobiography, would it be titled with peace and love? Maybe. Maybe. So we can bolt a Ice Fang. Can also dress down. I think it's way better to bolt though. Did Prince just play Tron on top? No, he's playing other decks. Like I think that the main decks, at least as far as I know, he's posted a lot of them to Twitter. But like I think most of them have been with Mono Green Tron. But then there's been a lot of them with like this John Collected Company brew that he made, and then there's been a lot with. Okay, we'll take this. There's been a lot with I think one of Thoughtseize, kind of scared of Teferi here. There's been a lot with recently his Naya deck that he's been working on. Ooh, the Spreading Seas is brutal. My opponent also doesn't have white mana, so I'm going to take the Spreading Seas. Plays the Breeding Pool. Land would be great here. I'll take a Thoughtseize. This is the worst land in the deck to draw. I think I still have to keep it though. It just doesn't let me go drown plus Flusterstorm. Icewing is a pretty good draw for them. I'll take the Teferi. Wolfgang, 4 months, appreciate ya. Went undefeated a small tournament last weekend with John Lurrus. Awesome. I do like that deck. Have you ever played Elementals? I haven't played it, no, on stream, but I do like the deck, I'll say. Main phase bounce Dragon Rage's Channeler? What the hell is this play? Man, Cryptic Command is so bad if they're making this play. When they have Ice Fang in play, golly, Cryptic Command is terrible. Wait, they're targeting my Spreading Seas. They're targeting my Watery Grave. I think I'm still going to counter this. I really want to use my mana here. Graveyard Kroxa, awesome. Oh no, now they have Death Touch for their Ice Fang though. They put Yorion in the hand. Land on top. Solitude Yorion. They don't have double white. I'm playing 2 Kroxa at the moment. Why did I make that play? The play of counter the Sphinx, because I just wanted to use my mana and get a 1-for-1 where I got to surveil and smooth out my draw steps a bit. And not just have to hold up that 2 mana the whole game when I'm behind on mana in this spot. And the dress down was really good there, I'll say. Really, really good. I'm getting a really fast escaping Kroxa. Dress down to save DRC for a turn. No, it doesn't save DRC because it turns Channeler into a 1/1 to cast the DRC there. They have Chalice on top. Okay, well, kind of scared of that. Yeah, it turns the Channeler into a 1/1, so they trade. So it's not good to cast the dress down there. And Chalice is really good against us. But they have to draw pretty well to get out of this. And our Flusterstorm does still kind of work through the Chalice. Does it prevent attacking? Oh, I see. Yeah, you could do that. But then the Ice Fang is going to trade with the DRC at some point, right? It just is going to trade. All right, 2-0, 4-0. You know what I mean? It's like you stop it for 1 turn, but then it's just like you still have to draw a removal spell for the Ice Fang. I think you just take the trade. You know, it's like any athletic competition, it feels here, right? Where, you know, me and Prince have both been pushing ourselves, at least I've been pushing myself to my limits, and I feel really good about doing it. It's definitely taking a toll, but it's like the good kind of toll, you know? So we either put back Drown or the 3rd land here. Probably 3rd land. But my plan here is to go Inquisition into end of turn dress down into Kroxa. What playmat to use when I play IRL? I've got a few different ones. I have a Black Lotus playmat signed by Chris Rush. That was a gift to me for my best friend. So last time I played in paper, I used that. But I think I'm going to be using this one instead, going forward. This one's a bit better than the Chris Rush Black Lotus playmat. It's just like, I don't know, it speaks to me. How many Magic hours am I playing a day? Do I play a lot of stream? Hold on. It depends. Like, so on my like usual stream schedule, I will like spend 30 to 45 minutes in the morning, besides just like waking up and making breakfast, prepping to stream, working on Decklist, that kind of stuff. And then I'll stream for I usually like 6 hours, sometimes a little more, sometimes a little less. And then I write 2 articles a week for Channel Fireball. I record 1 video a week for Channel Fireball. Oh, interesting. So this is Scales. Dude, Dress Down is really good against Scales. I'm taking the Bombardment. And then so a lot of times when I'm writing for Channel Fireball on a night, I will not playtest any off stream or just like 1 league. But if I'm not writing for Channel Fireball, I usually like to playtest between 1 and 3 leagues a night off stream. And then usually I will take Saturday to play a tournament, and I won't do anything else on Saturday besides play that tournament. And then Sunday, I usually that's usually the day I record my Channel Fireball video, and that's like usually all I do on Sunday is record the Channel Fireball video, and so I can, you know, not just only do this ever. Yeah, I'm pretty sure the Dress Down has been fixed against the artifacts here. Oh, dude, Grove of the Burn Willows is very good against us. Grove of the Burn Willows is very good against Death Shadow. Oh no. When tournaments come around, am I gonna try to do a lot of them, or just local and stream mostly? I mean, I'll play the ones in my area. I'll probably travel to like 1, 2, 3 a year or something. But I don't want to. Yeah, the focus of the stream is the focus of my Magic career at this point is going to be. Oh, they're just gonna make a token, so I guess I'm gonna Lurrus in my hand here. Which is very good with the Dress Down. Yeah, the focus of the stream is going to be, or the focus of my Magic career is going to be the stream for the foreseeable future. Double Wave, 9 months, appreciate ya. Where are they playing Grove? You know, their deck is mostly colorless, but they have both red and green cards, so this is, you know, like an untapped dual land that costs them no life and is, you know, doesn't have a huge downside. You know, we have 4 shadows in the deck. But, I mean, this deck is, like, you know, kind of different to, you know, maybe traditional shadow decks where we're not, like, so much built around the card Death Shadow as Death Shadow is, like, kind of more incidentally a good card in our archetype. Alright, so let's go hand... Don't they have the Lightning Bolts? I think I'll hand the other iteration. And so if they make a token end of turn, I'll bolt it. I feel about being one of the biggest modern streamers. I don't know. I don't really care about the whole clout situation, to be honest. Try not to think about it. So they have Grove, Forest, 2 mystery cards. I was really hoping to find a land this turn. I try to find one off the iteration, maybe go Lurrus dress down next turn. Ugh, bummer. It's fine. They're pretty flooded. They also sometimes play Lurrus, but it looks like this version isn't. I'm feeling more. Yeah, I've been winning a lot with this deck lately. I do think it's a bit better than the Rectus midrange. So they're gonna Legend Rules of Boz. Should be pretty fine. We've got answers for the Ink Moths. Oh, so they're gonna put the counter on the Zabaz. Well, we're not dead here, are we? Surely not. 4 counters on the Ozolith. 3 counters on the Nexus. We go to 8, in fact. Wow. Would I say the best few decks without Ragavan? Probably Hammer Time, Rhinos. This probably would be like the premier 2. Alright, let's get the monkey down. Hammer Time, Rhinos. Blue-white control is really good. Yeah, Living End's good. There's like a lot of viable non-Ragavan decks. So we're gonna go to 9 Infect, a comfy 9 Infect. And then the Ozolith is gonna have a, you know, also a comfy 7 counters on it. GG. No, this only moves counters in combat. How about Demir Just? I like the deck. I think it's good. All right. Animated the Summoning Sick Inkmoth here. So if I kill this now, then they'll animate the other Inkmoth, and I'll drown it, but I guess I could also give this flying. Yeah, I'll just give this flying. What about splashing white in the Rectus Lurrus? I really dislike the white splash. Like, you don't need Prismatic Ending, like, honestly, for any matchup. Like, it does help the Hammer Time matchup. The Hammer Time matchup is, like, still pretty favorable if you played 3 explosives, 2 pirate spell bombs, and it's like it makes your mana a lot worse. It makes your mana a lot worse to splash. I really dislike the splash. I could drown now, but I'm pretty happy if my opponent trades Inkmoth for Ragavan in this spot. Season ends on the 15th, so we are in the end game. That's 3 days from today. We'll really only have like 3 streams though. An Ice 9 pile? That's red-white land destruction is Ice 9 pile. Ravager's pretty good, but I think I'm going to go Escape Kroxa, hold up Drown plus Zabaz activation. Any Zabaz activators in chat? Does a trophy race league give you anything other than bragging rights? I have basically a $1,000 bet that I lose. I lose $1,000 if I'm not trophy leader, but usually that's not the case for most players. Okay, up a game against Hardened Scales. Probably want like 4 discard spells. No Ragavans on the draw in this matchup. Probably okay trimming a Iteration, and probably okay trimming a Kroxa. Which deck did Prince win last Joey's? I think they were all with Naya, like Naya Delirium's like Saga, with Ragavan, Channeler, Ren and 6, Esper Sentinel. I watched a little bit of the stream yesterday, and he almost had Trophy 42. He honestly got very unlucky to lose the last match for Trophy 32. It was I was like, I just finished D&D, which was my Saturday morning obligation. It was a very, very pivotal session where the campaign's been going on for 4 years, and one of our members has become king of the nation. And so it was a combination wedding coronation that we could not miss. We had it, it was very exciting. And then I turned on the stream and I saw Prince is like 3-0 and he beats Rhinos, and then he loses to like blue-red Moon for the trophy, and he got pretty unlucky. How do you get better at sideboarding? Do you have a thought process, or is it trial and error? I've actually written an entire deep dive for Channel Fireball about how I think about sideboarding, and you can maybe check that out. The Relic's pretty good against us. Glad my opponent doesn't have Grove of the Burned Willows yet. Yeah, I had a wedding to attend in D&D. It was pretty funny. He told his wife that he was getting married in the D&D campaign, and she was like, "Do you love her?" But no, the marriage, for those wondering, is really strictly political. She even might be like a little evil. We're not sure yet. But we needed her army to win the war. What do you play in D&D? So the D&D campaign that I've been playing for 4 years, I played like the first like 6 months as a half-elf ranger, and then 6 months as a human fighter. And I've been playing a human storm sorcerer for like 3 years now. And then I've played a lot of different characters and like other campaigns and like little one-shots, but this has been the longest standing campaign by a lot. So I kind of figured that might have Veil of Summer, so I wanted to do this, where I get to actually counter the Veil and then also not get my Drown stopped by the Relic. Unfortunately, my opponent had no cards for me to take with Thoughtseize. But they do have a second Saga for my Alpine Moon. They're going to get 1 token, but I can use Drown to kill it without them countering the Drown with Relic. Are y'all in D&D or Game of Thrones? Yeah, the campaign's very, very intricate. There's a lot of ins and outs to the case. Okay, so we've got an Expressive Iteration on top. Definitely would like to draw that. So let's go Alpine Moon, Urza Saga. Play Shadow, draw the Iteration, hold up the Drown. Doesn't Drown always kill the token? Yeah, so it does always kill the token, but what I'm saying is my opponent has Relic of Progenitus in play, which could usually counter my Drown in the Loch, right? But here I'm going to be able to just get to use the Drown without them countering it with Relic. They do have Grove of the Bird Willows, though. Oh wait, did they tap Grove for colorless just now? I think they did. Was anybody watching closer than I? I think they tapped it for colorless, which means that they yeah, they sacked the relic to try to counter the drown, I think kind of instinctively. But yeah, the Grove does shrink the shadow, but I think they missed it. Yeah, I mean this is like kind of like Grove or shadow thing hasn't been common in a while. Second shadow. So I will prioritize another land that deals me damage here. Alright. So I want to make sure I don't die, but I don't really know what we died to. Maybe like Ravager plus Ballista. Yeah, I'll die to Ravager plus Ballista. Hanger back. So they block, go to 2. They didn't shrink the shadows again. The 4th Death Shadow. And then I don't think that they get their modular token. We are dead to just Ballista X equals 2 here, right? My opponent hasn't conceded. I think they drew it. I think they drew it. Yeah. I don't know. Maybe I messed up with the shocking since they weren't gaining life with the Grove. Good to be on the play for game 3. Why did modular happen? There was no artifact creature in play when the modular trigger resolved. They can't put the tokens in play and then resolve modular. You have to target when the modular goes on the stack. Was it a top deck? Yeah, I think. They could have had Hangerback Ballista in their hand at the same time. Yeah, I should have realized my opponent wasn't tapping Grove to gain life, and because of that, I didn't need to shock. I've always been kind of bad about like when my opponent's misplaying, like not compensating for their misplays appropriately. Just like I still just assume they're going to start playing correctly, which has gotten me into trouble in the past. There's another lightning bolt on top. I think I'm going to shuffle that away. Kozilek. Alright, Dress Down continues to be cracked. Kozilek is pretty obnoxious. I guess I'll explosives on 1 here. You don't necessarily need to crack it yet, though. Okay, I'll try to save the Dress Down to kill the Saga tokens. Yeah, Murktide should not enter with counters if you cast Dress Down. This is fine. We should be able to bolt the Ravager. Sack now so that they can't sack the Ravager to the Kozilek to the Ravager. Although this does let them play another 1 mana spell, which could be potentially bad, but they don't seem to have one. I do want to get the Shadow down, but the Surveil is just so valuable. Like, we need to go 1 mana creature, Bolt Ravager, hold up 2 mana. And just the Surveil is, I think, valuable enough for me to hold the Shadow for 1 more turn. They have Snakeskin Veil. They can modular on Inkmoth. Yeah, but I can kill the Inkmoth. Keep that on top. Do I kill the Inkmoth now? I don't think so. Maybe we do. Vale, thank you for 5 months. Appreciate ya. I'll kill the Inkmoth now. I think it's a pretty good use of mana. Well, it only keeps them from making constructs if they don't have another land. If they don't, I mean, but that's like, that is a good exchange for us. Yeah, it does also play around Veil. Wait, they're gonna Lightning Bolt and not make a token. Weird. They also have a Walking Ballista. Okay. I think I'm supposed to Iteration. So if I cast Dress Down now, they're going to get the Ozolith, but they probably get Zabaz here otherwise. They haven't seen Hardened Scales yet. I mean, obviously, I'm sure they have it in the deck. Animation module, wow. They don't have another land, it seems. Let's go end of turn Dress Down, make Shadow a 13/13. Thank you, Veil 4. Inquisition is interesting. My opponent definitely could have Veil, but now he would have Drown for Veil. Let me just attack. I think I'm pretty happy if they chump. Yeah, we can play this a little bit slower and just like put Lurrus in our hand here. Alright, the module. Does that change things for me? I don't think so. Like explosives on 0 next turn. Eight toast, thanks for the 9 months. I think Esper, Rainmaker Control will be good. Sands, LGS level, been doing well last month with blue-white. I think that deck's going to be really good post Innistrad, yeah. If you could E on 1. Oh, it'll kill my Shadow if I E on 1. That's kind of the problem, right? Yeah, so I think what we do here is take 1. Heat Zabaz. Because Ballista's kind of scary. Yeah, so I guess to play around Ballista, I will crack explosives. Well, so I guess they draw land, they play Ballista, they put 4 counters on it, but we don't die. Okay. I guess I'll just do this then, so I can actually attack. Ancient Stirrings makes me feel real good about this spot. 2 free for the bean, indeed. So I'm probably going to go Inquisition, end of turn Dress Down. I guess we can now cast the other Inquisition. They do have the Ballista, and they have Nature's Claim, Veil of Summer. So let me take the Ballista. Wow. Take the Veil of Summer. Oh, they're just dead now. Sorry, I just Dressed Down. Yeah, I realized like a little too late. Or not too late on time. Okay, 3-0. 3-0. Let's take a breath. Take a breather. Mountain, Drown, a bit awkward. I think it's a Lurrus deck. Got to keep this. Cold to turn 1 monkey. But it's 2 free. I had an opponent with Bean in their username the other day, or a few weeks ago, I guess now, who had the nut draw before they killed me. They said it's 2 free for the Bean. Silent Clearing Lurrus, so probably Hammer Time. Definitely Hammer Time, which is a good matchup, but obviously a losable one. Particularly like turn 1 Esper Sentinel is such a pain for this deck. I think I need to Inquisition on turn 1. Feels terrible. They have double Giver runes. Barf. I'll just take 1 actually. Yeah, play draw mattered so much this game. Just Sentinel's so much better on the play than the draw because of the discard spells. I think we fire off the Thoughtseize. Hope to dodge a top deck. Gotta take the Shadow Spear though because it cantrips, I think. Well, I know it cantrips, but I think that we have to take it. And then, so they drew a land for turn if they're gonna sack the clearing. They didn't draw the hammer, so the hand's, you know, just a mystery card. I think we main phase kill the Paladin, pay for the Sentinel for the millionth time. I could try to get a little lucky and go end of turn, dress down, pay for Sentinel, untap, kill Paladin, cast Kroxa. GG's Panda. I can also go cast Kroxa, get their last card out of their hand, play Channeler, escape Kroxa next turn, but I think I can kill that Paladin at some point. But if they go cast Hammer here, then we just, you know, we just get to counter the Hammer. No, if we go Darcy Drown, then they draw a card. I don't think that's worth it. Our life total is getting kind of low, too. So now our goal is to maybe just try to counter any top deck hammers. I'm kind of worried we're going to get, you know, nickeled and dimed to 0 life. So I guess this turn we could go Channeler, kill Paladin, kill Paladin. I think not casting the Kroxa is a mistake. I'll just do this and hold up mana here. Paladin number 3. Yikes. So now we kill Giver, pay for Sentinel. We do have Delirium. Now we've got a couple blockers. Alright, we're doing well. Gonna attack with Kroxa now. Discard Sigarda's Aid. Take 6 down to 9. Play Ragavan. Play Channeler. Season ends Monday of the 15th. Sorry, morning of the 15th, which is a Wednesday. This is fine. I'll just discard the hammer with the Kroxa. They don't have good attacks. They're trying to figure out if they do, but they don't, I think. Wow, I hate this attack. Seg is actually good if you don't draw another removal, you're toast. I mean, it's a removal or creature, and I can also just not attack with Kroxa next turn to not be dead on board, right? So not toast is also it only plays around literally nothing. Like they can, and I think they were in a spot where they could have afforded to play around things. I've kind of been waffling between cutting the 4th Ragavan, 4th Channeler, 1st Thoughtseize. I think on the draw, I'll cut the 1st Thoughtseize since like it's just so bad against Sentinel to draw. Yeah, Drown is crazy. Kill anything, counter anything, huh? I think we have to keep this on 6 cards, chat. I don't like it any more than you do. Dude, Esper Sentinel is disgusting against this hand. I mean, we could just take the 2 for 1, but now I guess I'll play the Channeler, and I think I'll get Steam Vents here. I know I've got the Terminate, but I need to draw land for either of these, and I have less blue than I have black. So I just joined. It seems you got lucky that game. I think I actually played that game super well, but whatever. I don't know if this is, you know, one of our sorry just joined memes or what, but I feel like I played that game great. Yeah, I think I'm gonna kill Sentinel in their upkeep, in our upkeep, just take the 2 for 1, but try to, or you know, give them the 2 for 1, but try to find a land. Well, it's kind of like, that's kind of a tragedy. I don't know, not tragedies, but dramatic. This is about what happened yesterday? Oh, yeah. Yesterday was a rough day. Okay, probably dead, huh? Do I trade a Channeler for a Midnight here? I kind of think I have to, otherwise I take too much damage to like function. And I can terminate the Stoneforge Mystic. Okay, game 3. Get to be able to play for game 3, which usually makes things a lot better. Which means I think I'll play 4th discard spell over 1st Channeler on the play. Man, the game 1 was like really hard to navigate. But we did it well enough to get to play game 3 at least. Because there's not much we could have done that game. We could have gone to 5, I guess. Thanks to the Cheer Dragon. Probably get Blood Crypt here. Guess I would draw another red spell to play with the Alpine Moon next turn. 2 Esper Sentinels and a Sigardizade. Esper Sentinel is just so stupid good against us. I think I'd have to take it and then draw the other one. Yeah, Sentinel's just like way too good against this hand. I know that they have the Sigardizade, but it's just like Sentinel's just too good. My opponent's Playground Snapcaster Mage. Clearly not a fan of the stream. Top card is Inkmoth Nexus. We're dead to a hammer. If we fade it for this turn, we can win. Not much we can do about it. Dead to Stoneforge Mystic too. Lurrus in the hand. Let's go. Hell yeah. You're drawing Pure Steel Paladin. So no hammer again next turn. Let's go hand Lightning Bolts, bottom Exile. Terminate's a good draw. There's Lurrus Paladin, 2 mystery cards. So probably go Lurrus Sentinel here. Sensei 15 months, appreciate you. Yeah, no hammer, no hammer, no hammer. Well, they didn't have hammer last turn, so they can't have it this turn really.
What's up? It's me, your friend Aspiring Spike.
Thanks for the cheer. So here I think we get in for 8. Limited. I like limited. Yeah, I just don't get. I don't have a lot of time to play it these days, but I like limited. Sure would like my opponent to draw an Urza Saga. Is there a good alternative for Ragavan? I mean, Ragavan's pretty important, but you can play without it. You can play third Kroxa, a couple Snapcaster Mages, 19th Land are all options. Yeah, Kolaghan's Command, Snapcaster Mage, Kroxa, 19th Land. It's like 19th Land and like 3 of those cards. I'm not sure exactly which ones. Probably just attack with everybody. Will be attending mid pre-release? No, I don't do pre-releases these days. Yeah, you could play Sprite Dragon, but I think that's just not what I would play, but you could. It's not an unreasonable option. And Prismatic Ending? Okay. Slows the game down a lot. That had to be their draw for the turn, though, so I'm still assuming no hammer here. I think I want to hold the Terminate for anything they can get the hammer on. Although maybe I'm just taking too much damage, and I have a lot of mana to use next turn anyways. I can't imagine that they have hammer here, so I mean if they somehow have it and I've misread the board, then that's fine. But I don't want to take this extra 2 points of damage if I have to shock and Terminate this turn. I think I keep that. It's a 2-turn clock, or it takes a turn off the clock. Okay. Looks like I did not misread the situation. Another Paladin. So Lurrus. Oh, maybe I should have played the other Channeler first. But if I surveil into a 2-drop, then I can't. But let's see what they're drawing. Just a Ornithopter, so we'll go second Channeler, Alpine Moon, Inkmoth Nexus. Should be good to go. I don't know what their last card is, but it hasn't felt very relevant. And we still have blockers for other creatures. We do Drown, which is great. They should be dead to Drown on Ornithopter. I guess we can even have a Death Removal spell here. Okay, I've lost by the last 5 times I've been 4-0. I've lost. It's been really, really tough. But we're 4-0 again. We need the W. We've really needed the W. Like the last 5 times too, but it's been a compounding need for the W. Okay, keep this hand. If I poop today, I have pooped today. Yeah. Thank you for asking. Well, it's fine. I have liked this matchup since I've added the 3rd Terminate to the board. Play draw still matters a lot. And we're on the draw. I guess I'll keep that. Hey Diva, thank you. Archmage's Charm on top. Good one to know about. Thank you guys, for the raid. Appreciate you, buddy. Yes, no removal spell for Channeler. Let's go. It's really good for us. It's Jeskai. Interesting. Oh, it's just Jeskai Stoneblade. We're fine. Okay. This, okay, matchup's gonna be pretty easy, maybe. Mostly kidding. Just like I just think that this matchup is pretty good compared to Blue Red Murktide, which is close but like favorable now that we have 3 Terminates on the board. I'm not talking shit though. Would never do that under any circumstance. Force of Negation. I wasn't talking shit. I wasn't. So they're gonna hit me with Cauldra, but then we get to play Death Shadow, and that makes things interesting. I think we just hold up Drown. Well, Inquisition lets me turn on Delirium for Channeler, put my opponent to 14. Yeah, then I can actually kill them. I think I have to do this. Yeah, we're playing Dress Down. I know I didn't put it in the title. Okay, opponent's got all lands. So if my opponent, assuming they draw a brick, if they attack with Cauldron, they put me to 2. This becomes a 11-11. We kill this, we kill them. Next season is yours? I bet so, buddy. I bet so. Yeah, Prince went insane the last 2 days. I've also lost playing for 5-0 the last 5 times I played for 5-0. My conversion rate's been bad. Oh, I don't like how quickly they're attacking, but I'm going to take it. I'm not going to block. Okay, so I will attempt to kill Stoneforge Mystic. I think they probably drew a counterspell with how quickly they attacked. Oh, let's go! Yes! We caught a break. We caught a break. Let's go. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I did not. I didn't talk any shit. I haven't talked any shit. I haven't even yelled at anybody in chat today. So I feel like I'm due to catch a break. I think I lost playing for the trophy on Friday because I yelled at that guy in chat. And that was, you know, Cloth is punishing me. 2 free for the bean, huh? I don't think I'm supposed to play around Murktide if they're playing Stoneblade. I'm just going to sideboard like this. 24-hour stream. Probably not today. If we do it, it'll be like the very last day. Isn't Dress Down pretty good? I don't know. I guess it gives us an out to Cauldron. He can be kind of slow in these matchups. Thank you, Emma. Maybe I'll go something like this. 3 Flusterstorms is kind of a lot. I think I like them, though. I think this hand's keepable to draw. We have 4 looks at a land. What do channel points get you? I mean, if you look at, there's channel point redemption options, so they'll let you, you know, make me dance like a puppet usually. No, I'm just drinking some tea this morning. I was joking with some friends last night about you know, drinking, you know, alcohol stream, and then maybe I would enter some kind of like drunken fist, you know, hyper mastery state to win this race, huh? They didn't fetch end of turn. Weird. They're fetching in their upkeep? What's going on? Okay, I just took 2 extra damage for no reason. Lightning Bolt on top, and in their hand now. 2 free for the bean, huh? Alright, Channeler is prismatically ended. We are drawing a land. They're holding up that Lightning Bolt. I'm gonna fire off the... I could hold up Drown this turn. It's kind of more mana efficient. Bad if they go like non-fetch land into Teferi. Against Stevens, in case they counter this, I draw another red 1-mana spell. I guess I could have also, like, you know, draw another discard spell. I've been really bad at hitting lands off iteration lately. I think I'm just going to go Channeler Inquisition. I know that they get to bolt it, but that's fine. We get the Surveil. If they have no other targets for Inquisition, this line is obviously bad. Force of Negation, pitch Force of Negation on my Inquisition. What's their last card? Is it Teferi Time Raveler? Is it Rest in Peace? Is it Stoneforge? I hope it's Stoneforge Mystic. It was Iteration? Okay, deal. I mean, it could still be Rest in Peace, I guess. And then they just drew the Iteration. Jace? No, if it was Jace, they would just let the Inquisition resolve. Alright, so I would have missed... Oh, I guess I would have... One more look at the land for... That would have been the last iteration. They're going to counter this? I think Prince has been playing this Naya Delirium deck or Naya Urza Saga deck to get the lead. Damn it! Oh, man. That card is hard to beat, huh? Okay, sorry, didn't mean to forsake the village. I think I just bolt myself and play Shadow. They have one card in their hand. Come on, fetch lands. Whatever. I will not play around things. I refuse. No Archmage's Charm, no Archmage's Charm, no Archmage's Charm. Yeah, you can draw on a Batter Skull token. Cauldra is a little bit harder, you need Dress Down. No Archmage's Charm, top card is... Prismatic Ending, oh no. It's not as bad as Charm, but ain't exactly good either. I think the last card's a land. Doesn't really make too much sense. Could be Force of Negation, I guess. Can't really be anything else. If it's a land, I really want to get them to 3 here. It was a Snapcaster. Okay, that's fine. So we're both top decking. Their top decks are definitely better than mine on average, with them having more lands and them having Rest in Peace in play. But I have Lurrus, so their life total is also a bit lower than mine. See what they're drawing. Land, awesome. They're dead to 2 Lurrus attacks. Why didn't they play Snap? Because they go to 3 if they play Snap and they just die to another Lurrus, Kroxa, or Bolt. Did you Charm? It's a really good draw for them. Monkey's good draw. So their hand is Misty Rainforest Mystery card now. It's good that 2 of those draws were lands. Okay, so it's dash Ragavan, see if they're going to use an answer that they have drawn on this, and that maybe clears the way for Death Shadow. Again, their hand's Misty Rainforest Mystery cards, so I don't feel like they're bluffing something here. Feels like they have something. Looks like a Charm. Charm for them to draw 2. Okay, we don't have that up, but I'm going to cast the Shadow. If they drew a 3rd Charm, we lose. That's fine. We could lose. I don't like how long they pause on that. They really have 3 Charms like their top 6. Okay. Hand is Misty, 3 unknowns. Steal here, dissolve. Yeah, if they steal Ragavan, it goes back to our hand, so they can't steal. It's fine. Okay, that's the Misty we knew about. Yeah, Rest in Peace is definitely very good against us. They go down to 3. They go down to 1? Deal. We've got 2 more bolts in the deck. Don't counter this. Flusterstorm is fine. We can just pay, cast Shadow, dash Ragavan next turn. So they are dead if they brick. They're dead if they brick. Let's go! Yes! Yes! Let's freaking go. Oh my gosh. The last 5, before this, last 5 times I was 4-0, I lost. We finally broke through the slump. Trophy 39, baby. We're still in this. We're still 2 freaking trophies behind, but this was the first league of the day. Hell yeah. Let's go, man. Opened a Renin 6 and a Death Shadow and a fancy Soul Herder. Alright, fortune smiles upon us today.